Hey fangirls and boys, this is Natalie and you're watching Whole Lotta Love, and today I am going to create this cool, grungy, smoky, rocker makeup look. So I have two different lip options in this look. I'm going to do the red lip, which you see here, and I'm also going to do a nude lip. So just kind of like mix it up a little bit. I'm kind of feeling pretty down today. I didn't really sleep well. I just have some personal stuff going on, and you know, I was just like my mind is like getting the better of me, and I feel like, you know, you don't want to like control your mind too much and try to like toxic positivity your way through things and be like, oh, there's nothing wrong, everything's okay. That's not good. That doesn't work for me at all. I don't think that really works for anybody, but I think you can kind of also let your thoughts and your feelings take over, and you can just go into this like really dark place if you're not aware of it. You don't bring yourself back, and that was happening a little bit over this past evening, and just having a lot of really weird dreams and stuff, and you know, it was not good. So feeling kind of angry, feeling a little bit bratty, and I just wanted to channel that in like my outfit and this whole makeup look and everything like that. So in the look for the eyes, I'm going to use the Melt. I'm trying out for the first time the Melt Cosmetics Mary Jane palette, which is, it's beautiful. I love it. Spoiler alert, you know, all good, all good. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Red Lucky Cherry lipstick. That's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And I try a bunch of other products in this look. So if you're interested in getting ready with me, chatting a little bit, and just trying a bunch of new makeup, newish makeup products, if you're interested in seeing that, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I've already done my brows and primed my lids with some concealer, and I'm gonna start on this eye look. So as I probably mentioned in the intro, I'm feeling very angsty today. Just things are kind of a little weird, you know. I'm just dealing with some stuff personally. So I just wanted to go in with this Mary Jane. I wanted to do like, I have like kind of like a more grungy looking outfit, looking really fun, and I wanted to go into the Mary Jane palette, which I've had for a while since it came out pretty much, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm pretty excited to try this. You know, I definitely like Melt for the smoky looks. Most of their palettes are very grungy, very, you know, if they're not warm toned, they're very like smoky or just very deep in general. So I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics blend brush from the Say It Out Loud collection. I'm gonna go in this shade Gas Bar right here. And I'm just gonna take this above the crease. The packaging on this is great. I love this like glitter that's inside of here that moves around, and then like the little embossings of crystals on the eyeshadows. It's like super cool. I keep having these weird dreams about going back to work, like that I'm not sure if I should be going into the office or working from home. We're going back in September. I've had these dreams for a while now. I've kind of known that we were going to be going back in September for a little while now. And yeah, the dreams are really, really strange, because it's like, you know, obviously I'm gonna know what days I need to go in, but in this situation it's always like running late, and I'm like, can I work from home? I probably should go in, but I need to work. So ridiculous. I think I'm actually want to start going in before that anyway. Like, I need to be getting more exercise. During the pandemic I gained like 20 pounds, and I couldn't afford to gain weight to begin with, let's just say that. And you know, it just doesn't feel good for me. Like, you know, it's because I'm really not exercising, not eating right. It's just, you know, I don't want to jeopardize my health any more than I already have. It gives me a lot of anxiety to know that I'm not taking care of myself because I have anxiety over everything. It's like, why don't you just take better care of yourself? Oh, it's a vicious cycle. This is an interesting color. It's like very taupe, very browny, but also cool tone. I thought it would be a little more gray. So we got going so far. It's pretty deep color. It looks good, but I feel like it's not moving around. Like, it's not blending super smoothly, but it's definitely better than it being powdery or lacking pigmentation or really being patchy. It's not really doing that. It's just like kind of just where I put it is where it's gonna be. I'm gonna take this LH Cosmetics. This is the 303 small blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade, I don't know how to pronounce that, Sinsamilla, right over here. This is actually the deepest shade in the matte, so I think I'm gonna grab a separate black to deepen the outer edge, which is like a little, I don't know, it's weird. Like these colors are deep. Yeah, I guess this is a pretty deep shade. I guess it's a little deceiving. These shades look lighter in the pen than they do on the eye. like if I'd known, I'd go in with something lighter, you know, in the crease, and then I could have gone in with this and then deepened up, but here we are. So that's how we're looking so far. I think that looks pretty good. These shadows are very pigmented. I guess they don't really build. They're just kind of super pigmented upon initial application, so you can't really build them up or blend them out too much. But it doesn't look bad. You can blend them out enough. I never really disliked any of the melt eyeshadows I tried. I know I had like an issue with the gray matter stack with the matte stack once, like, but I think it was just like I'd already had it for a while and it kind of like dried out. It was like past its prime. But the palettes, most of the stacks, I never really have a problem. I know they're kind of controversial. Probably because they're like so pigmented and it's just, they're not super easy to work with, let's say. There's a little bit of a trick to them just because of the level of pigmentation. I'm gonna go into this shade, actually I'm gonna go to the shade Mari, this really light one. I mean, I guess I could have realized, you know, when I started that, you know, what the darkest shade in the palette was, but I don't know what I was doing. I'm just gonna buff out the edges a little bit more, or hopefully get the edges buffed out a little bit more. Using the same Bead Cosmetics brush. Yeah, I think that that's looking a little bit more buffed out. Glad I added that. Yeah, so that's what we have going in the crease so far. I think that that looks really nice. It's definitely the smoky, cool look that I was going for. I really want to see, and Sephora Pro had their cool tone palette, which had some like really true gray shades. I feel like makeup companies like shy away from doing like slate gray mattes. Like I feel like you don't see that. There is always like this like kind of brownish element. Like it's cool toned and, you know, it's gray, but it's not like gray. It's like a little more of a browny gray. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because gray is just doesn't really complement the skin tone. Like this is more wearable. But I do like these shades. Like that bit of brownness does give them depth. It makes them interesting, but it's still very smoky. I'm gonna deepen the outer edge, but I'm gonna use this shade from Urban Decay. This is Blackout, and this is in their new formula with this plastic lucite looking packaging. I think that these are all vegan. This new formula came out a couple of months ago. I actually just found out a couple of hours ago that they're doing their updated formula on their Vice lipsticks, which is amazing because I'm actually not even sure I'm gonna like them as much, because the original line, they like came out with like 100 colors and formula is beautiful. They last a really long time in terms of just like, you know, I've had some for years and they still like smell fine and perform beautifully. Those are like a very nice lipstick formula, probably my favorite lipstick formula, I would say. So I'm excited about that. And these eyeshadows are really nice too. They have a lot of pretty colors. This packaging is really, really cool. So I was excited. I like that they keep their staple shades. So I definitely want to get Blackout because it's like so iconic. I'm just going to deepen the outer edge a little bit. I'm using the same Linda Hallberg 303 small blending brush. I got the whole thing down. Like my mirror says break the rules, my pin says feelings, and I got a bunch of like silvery black and white metal and safety pin earring type things. I'm just living my best grunge angry life right now. Yes, I'm wallowing, yes, I'm being a little bratty, but I'm also working it. Yes, first time using this new formula of the Urban Decay shade, and it works really well with this look. So that's what I have going so far. Nice, deep, smoky, true smoky look. It actually looks like smoke, which I think is really cool. I'm gonna go into the shade Santa Maria. I'm definitely, you know, digging the grayer tones for this look. And I'm using the BH Cosmetics shade brush from the Say It Out Loud collection. Let me just see how this picks up on a brush. It seems to be picking up pretty good on the brush. Do I want to wet it? Well, we'll try it dry first. Just gonna get that on the lid. No, that looks really pretty. I think that looks really pretty. I'm getting some fallout, but yes, I am really liking this. Of course, I can't leave well enough alone. I'm gonna top this already super beautiful Santa Maria shade on my lids with a couple more things and probably mess it up. But, you know, here we are. We're just having fun with makeup. I'm going to use this Chantecaille. This is the Sophisticated Olive Luminescent eye shade. So this is like a single eyeshadow. It's like a gel powder eyeshadow, and this is what it looks like. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I have to say that this was, I'm pretty sure this cost more than this whole palette. But this is like glorious. And it actually, I feel like it matches this palette really well. Like they accompany each other very, very nicely. This one has like little rainbow, like kind of iridescent glitters in it. Not that you're gonna really be able to see too much, but oh, it's just so beautiful. I saw this shade months ago. They didn't have it in stock at Bluemercury, and then I went recently and I wanted to get the shade Vivid from Hourglass, like their Scattered Light eye pots. And then they didn't have that one, but they had this one. I was like, okay, this is super fucking expensive, and I dodged a bullet before, but I guess I'm gonna take that bullet now. Because this eyeshadow is beautiful, and I just wanted to go home with something pretty. That's so pretty. It like doesn't really like, it changed the tone slightly. It kind of brings in some of these like more brownish tones as opposed to like the more cool tone gray tone of Santa Maria, but it tops it nicely. It's not like taking over or looking, you know, weird at all. It's just adding a little bit more flecks of glitter and dimension, and it sits really well on top of the shimmer that I had underneath. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna do my inner corner. I'm gonna go into the shade Mary Jane, which is the lightest shimmer in the palette. It's like a pale gold, I guess. It's not super brightening for the inner corner, but you know, I think it works well with this look. I think all these tones really go nicely together. Like this seems like a palette that you won't like put things together and they won't work. Like I think everything will work well in this palette, which is nice. So this is what we have going so far. Oh, absolutely freaking gorgeous. I love the way this is looking, and that little bit of the Chantecaille eyeshadow just gives it such a beautiful sparkly depth. But you know, of course, again, I can't leave well enough alone. This is probably going to be what messes it up, because the Chantecaille, you know, is a very bougie, expensive, sophisticated eyeshadow. So it, you know, added something very lovely and very effortless to the look, but I can't just leave it there. I want to go in with this Morphe thing. This is from Morphe 2. This is, I don't know what, I forget what it's called, but it's just like this stack of like multiple makeup products. But like, look at this. I mean, this is a pressed glitter. A lot of people don't like them, but I just thought that this was like so pretty, and I want to just top my lid a little bit with this shade. I thought these more, I bought all of them. They're really like bulky and awkward though, like it's pretty big for what it is, and I don't know where to store them, which is kind of annoying, but I just like love the idea of these, like all the different textures and different like tones, like, so I'm really happy to have all of them. I'm just gonna tap just the smallest amount of this over top of my lid. So that's what we have going with the Morphe glitter over top. It kind of like dulled what was going on underneath because of like the gel and the pressed glitter, which is unfortunate because this was so beautiful, but definitely gonna try this again with this palette. I think this is a perfect pairing. This is fun. I definitely did want to put like glitter, actual glitter on my eyes today. I was thinking of doing loose glitter, but this is just a lot easier. I just couldn't resist the extra glitter, you know. I probably shouldn't have. I think the look would have actually, you know, the eyes would have been like more shifty and beautiful with just this over top, but at least I got to try like both effects. And I have like a really fun smoky glittery ass eye right now, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna do some wings on my eyes, and then I'm going to come back. Use the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. I've had this mascara for a while, probably longer than I should have it. But I'm definitely liking it now that it's a little bit drier than it was initially. Like I think that this is one of those formulas that's just better when it's a little bit drier. It kind of really shows what it can do. Pat McGrath just had a 30% off sale. I think it's ending probably by the time I have this video up, it'll already be over, but I know there's been 25% in other sales on the Pat McGrath website, so I definitely took advantage of that and got some of the new blushes and got a bunch of other cool shit. So I'll be showing some of that in another video, but most likely, but yeah, I love a good sale, and 30% off of Pat McGrath is awesome because it's expensive, but the products are so nice. Although, you know, the eyeshadows are a little overrated, I think, but Lip liners are really nice. This mascara is really good. I'm just gonna line my waterline. I have this Patrick Ta. This is a retractable liner and it's in a black shade, in the shade black. I am going to prime my face now. I'm using this really awesome, this is a Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm from Touch in Soul. This product, it's very fragranced, it's very dewy, it looks beautiful. I think it might clog my pores. It's like one of those products that I love, but I don't love. Like I kind of have a love-hate. Like I love the way it makes the skin look, but I can't use it all the time. Like I use it with the Huda Beauty, their foundation stick. That combination is incredible. I'm actually just gonna buff this out with my beauty sponge. Which, yes, it's dirty. What's it to you? It smells really good, but it's such a strong fragrance. All right, so we're primed. I don't know if you can, I mean, yeah, I think you can definitely see the additional glow to my skin. It's pretty obvious. It definitely gives that, like, you know, glass skin effect, or just like super dewy. And I like something like this underneath stick foundations because, you know, I find that they're kind of like rough on the face. Like I like something like this to kind of make it a little more emollient. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try another product here. This is the Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. This is from Nudestix. I wanted to try some products from Nudestix because, you know, cream products are so hyped right now, and like Nudestix is like the OG of cream products. Like all they do is like, you know, glossy pencils and matte pencils for the lips and the cheeks, and then all, you know, like different things like this, like just everything in a stick form. So it's all like cream products, and they had a lot of beautiful, really beautiful colors. So I was definitely really excited to try it, and I have wanted to try this product. Which I don't think is giving any coverage. Well, we'll blend it out and see how it looks, but I guess this is more a primer in and of itself, or just something, you know, to kind of smooth out the skin a little bit, but not really give coverage. I mean, I think my skin looks nice. I think it plays well with the glassy skin primer that I used from Touch in Soul. Happy I didn't just get out of the shower, because then my face would be so red that I'd have to like use higher coverage foundation. But somehow this is actually working. At first I thought it wasn't working at all, but it is evening the skin tone quite nicely. Especially, I like the way it looks, especially in the viewfinder. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's definitely a lot of that glow you see is definitely this glassy skin balm. So I don't really know if this would be like more matte or more dewy on its own. I think it's just going to be kind of like a natural type of thing. Not overly matte, but I'll have to try it on its own. I really like that. It is like a blur stick. Like it's, you definitely still see like some of my redness and stuff like that. It doesn't really cover, but it just like makes it look, makes your skin look more idealized, more blurred out, more, it's pretty. It seems like it's pretty lightweight. I actually don't hate it. I think with concealer, we'll get the look there. I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer, I think this is called. I'm just gonna conceal under my eyes with this. I really love this concealer. It reminds me of the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer on the periphery, because I feel like since this, either it's the tone of this blur stick or just the fact that it has very little coverage, it's making my under eye with the concealer look a lot brighter. And I want it to be brightening, of course, but like a little bit brighter than it should look. So I want to even things out a little bit. All right, I think that's pretty good for a base. I'm gonna try this Nudestix. This is the Nudies Matte All Over Face Bronzer Color Contour, Multi-Usage, etc, etc, etc. This is what the bronzer looks like. It's a little bit warm, like especially if they're saying it's like a contour. I feel like this is a little bit warm for that, but I'm not too strict on like actually contouring, so it's more just like warming up and defining the peripheries of my face. It's not like a super contoured thing. I'm not gonna go on my nose or anything like that, so I think we're good. Let's see. Very smooth, blends out nicely. It's definitely something that's more buildable. It's like not a ton of pigment right off the bat. I don't know, somehow this look is like coming together when, you know, my mood and just like the experimenting I'm doing, really, it shouldn't be, but it is. And this color is really pretty. I really like that. It's warm without being orange. I got a little more on my forehead than I wanted, which of course if I'm gonna be like layering it like crazy without thinking about it, that's gonna happen. But I'm just gonna put a little more concealer on my forehead just to kind of even that out. I just want it to be like more on the periphery of my forehead, the bronze, not like all over my forehead. Yeah, I'm on a little ham on the bronzer. I'm gonna go into this other Morphe 2 stack of complexion and eye products. This is just the blush one. I just want a blush that's like that's not too blushy. I already have the bronze and I have the smoky eye. I don't want this to compete, and we're gonna do, one of the looks we're gonna do with the lips is pretty intense. So taking this angled blush brush from the Morphe Lisa Frank collection, which is a super awesome little brush set. I'm just gonna put this on the apples. Oh God, that's like, it's a little bit more peachy than the bronzer, but it's very similar color now. That color's all over my face, yay. The blush is pretty pigmented. I'm gonna go in with this Nudestix. This is the all over face highlight, and this is in the shade Bubbly Vivid. I'm just gonna put this on the high points of my cheeks. There's not really much to this highlight. I mean, you could definitely see it, but it's pretty. It's shimmery, but it's not like super shimmery on the skin. It looks kind of like dewy and shimmery on the skin, but like subtle. It's nothing that you can make into a blinding highlight. I think I'm just gonna leave it with that little bit of highlight, just that little bit of glow on the cheek. I'm gonna finish on the lower lash. BH Cosmetics Smoke Brush from the Say It Out Loud collection. I'm just gonna work on the lower lash line. It's like a smaller pencil brush. I'm gonna take the shade Rubia. I don't know why I had such problems with the tones in this palette. Like, I didn't even realize we had like this champagne-y lighter shimmer. Like, I thought this was the lightest shimmer in the palette, but I think it might actually be this one, or at least they're, you know. Yeah, this one looks lighter, but they're similar, but they're just different tones. I think I would have preferred this one. Like, I don't know why. Like, I guess because all the shades in the palette are pretty similar. It's kind of hard to differentiate them unless you're actually working with them. So I'm just gonna take this. This is Rubia. I'm just gonna put it on my lower lash line. I'm really happy I got to try this, so now I know exactly what's going on in this palette. I'm gonna blend this out with the Linda Hallberg 303 small blending brush. I'm gonna finish the eyes with mascara on the lower lash. So this is the eyes and the face done. I think it's working pretty good. I'm happy with it. I love the dewiness. I'm a sucker for the dewiness. That's all I'm really seeing right now. And a little bit of the bronze, nothing too crazy. I think now that the eyes are done, it doesn't look like they're competing really too much, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go in with my first lip option here. This is a nude gloss, and this is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics The Gloss, and this is in the shade Legends Only. This is just like, it's like a milky nude, like light nude color with like a little bit of a golden pearl running through it. You can really barely see the pearl. It's mostly like a cream gloss. Oh, so pretty. This is definitely giving me like super 2000s vibes, this like with this lip. So this is the first lip look. I love it. This gloss is amazing. I love the tone. Like, sometimes you just need that really light nude gloss. And this one is like, it's not so pigmented that it like looks like concealer lips. I think that this came out really, really fun. I'm gonna take some pictures before I switch out the lip. Okay, now we're gonna go to the second lip option. I'm just gonna wipe this off. This is the first option that I thought of that I wanted to do because this look isn't very colorful at all, and you know, I need some kind of color in my life, so I'm gonna do a red lip. I'm gonna start with a lip liner. This is the Red Rum shade of the Jeffree Star lip liner. This is the older formula, which I thought was just fine. I haven't tried the newer one yet. Okay, so this is the lip liner on. And I'm going to put on this extremely gorgeous looking lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. I think this came out around Valentine's Day. This is the shade Lucky Cherry. Like, this packaging is so luxurious and amazing, and I love the red with little diamonds. It's a beautiful collector's piece. But I originally just bought this because it is a really pretty shade, but just like the packaging really stunned me. I think it's like a little bit of a pinky red. It's like a true red, but it's just a touch pink. So now we've got some color in the look. This is with the red lip. I think that this is really fun. This is like a really cool, like, rock star girl kind of look, and I'm digging it. I'm here for it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with both looks. Both lip looks were amazing. I think I do prefer this gloss. This looked incredible with this eye look, but I definitely am happy to bring some color back into the look as well. I think everything worked out pretty nicely, so I'm happy overall, and I think that I was really able to channel my angst in this look. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a good one. Bye.